Hello! Let's take a moment together to explore one of the deepest mysteries of our existence, the very nature of reality and the consciousness that perceives it.
I want you to sit with this question for a moment. Really feel it. Is your mind creating reality, or is reality creating your mind? Everything that follows, it all hinges on how we answer this. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. The answer seems obvious, right? But what if our most basic assumption, the very foundation of how we see the world, is worth looking at again? You see, from the time we're young, we're handed a story. It's a pretty simple story, really. Our brain, this incredibly complex biological machine, well, it produces everything we call consciousness. Our thoughts, our feelings, our awareness, it's all just a product coming off a factory line.
This idea, this story, has a name. It's called materialism, and it's pretty much the main way modern science looks at the world. But here's the thing, it's just that. It's one interpretation. It's not the only one. So on the one hand, you have the common view. Matter, the physical stuff, is the foundation of everything. And consciousness, it's just a kind of secondary effect, a byproduct of all that complex stuff happening in our brains. But on the other hand, there's an ancient way of seeing, from the tradition of Vedanta, that flips this completely on its head. It says that consciousness is what's primary. It's the foundation. And matter, the entire physical world, it's just an expression happening inside of consciousness.
So let's go back to that factory idea for a second. What if we've got it all backwards? What if consciousness was never the product of the brain factory? What if the brain and the factory and the entire physical world actually exists inside of consciousness?
This leads us to a whole new metaphor, one that might feel a little more familiar to us today. Let's try thinking of consciousness not as a product, but as the fundamental operating system for all of reality. Just let that sink in. Consciousness isn't something that happens in the universe. It is the universal operating system in which the universe happens. So the physical world, the chair you're sitting on, your thoughts, your feelings, your memories, they're all like different apps, different programs, all running on the very same single infinite system. And if consciousness is the operating system, you might ask, well, what's its source code? What is it written in? Vedanta gives us a beautiful and profound answer, all in one word: Satchitananda. This is the very language of reality itself. The first part of that code is Sat. Sat means pure being, pure existence. It's that unshakable, unchanging fact that you exist, the I am. It is the very essence of everything that is. It's timeless, it's always here. The second part is Chit. This is pure awareness, pure consciousness. It's the part of you that knows being. It's the light that illuminates every experience, the silent, knowing observer behind it all. And when Sat and Chit, this pure being and pure awareness, are realized not as two separate things, but as one unified whole, the natural state that arises is Ananda. And this isn't just happiness that comes and goes. This is a deep, boundless bliss, a profound peace that is our true nature. Now, I know this can all sound a bit philosophical, right? A little abstract. But this is where it becomes the most practical, most life-changing thing you can ever realize. Understanding this code, well, it changes everything. Because if reality is a program running on the operating system of consciousness, then you're not just some character stuck in the game. You are the user. And by simply changing your internal awareness, the focus of the user, you can actually alter your experience of the program itself. And you can begin to explore this right now. It's very simple. Just start by watching your thoughts, letting them come and go without getting tangled up in them. Soon, you'll start to notice there's something behind the thoughts, a silent awareness that's doing the watching. That awareness, that is your true self. Just rest there, in that knowing, and simply watch as your experience of the world begins to change from the inside out.
The whole shift in perspective really comes down to this. You are not some small, separate person living inside of a vast universe. The entire universe is an experience happening inside of you.
So I want to leave you with this. If you really knew, deep in your bones, that you were the source, the operating system, the author of it all, what story would you choose to write, starting right now?